Mount Everest is the highest peak on Earth, known for its towering height and awe-inspiring beauty. Located in the majestic Himalayas, on the border between Nepal and China, Tibet, Mount Everest has captivated the imagination of adventurers, climbers, and nature enthusiasts for centuries. Its summit reaches a staggering elevation of 8,848.86 meters, 29,031.7 feet, above sea level, making it the pinnacle of human achievement in mountaineering. Named after Sir George Everest, a British surveyor who played a significant role in mapping the Indian subcontinent, Mount Everest is known as Sagarmatha in Nepal and Komolungma in Tibet. It holds immense cultural and spiritual significance for the local Sherpa people, who have inhabited the region for generations. Mount Everest's allure lies not only in its immense height but also in the challenging conditions climbers face while attempting to reach its summit. The extreme cold, treacherous weather, and unpredictable avalanches make it a formidable feat for even the most experienced mountaineers. The journey to the top of Everest demands physical endurance, mental resilience, and careful planning. Since the first successful ascent by Sir Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay Sherpa in 1953, Mount Everest has attracted adventurers from around the world, each driven by the desire to conquer its majestic peak. Despite the risks involved, thousands of climbers attempt to reach the summit every year, drawn by the ultimate test of human determination and the breathtaking panoramic views that await them at the top. Beyond its mountaineering significance, Mount Everest and its surrounding region offer breathtaking natural beauty and unique ecosystems. The Sagarmatha National Park in Nepal, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, protects the fragile environment and diverse wildlife found in the area. Visitors can explore the picturesque valleys, glacial lakes, and rugged trails that wind through the Himalayan landscape. However, it is essential to recognize the impact of human activity on this fragile ecosystem. Mount Everest faces numerous environmental challenges, including overcrowding, littering, and the effects of climate change. Conservation efforts and responsible tourism are crucial for preserving this natural wonder for future generations. Mount Everest continues to inspire and captivate the human spirit, representing the indomitable will to conquer challenges and push the boundaries of human achievement. Its majestic presence and the stories of those who have dared to summit its peak serve as a testament to the enduring spirit of exploration and adventure. Climbing Mount Everest is an incredibly challenging and dangerous undertaking that requires careful planning, physical fitness, mountaineering skills, and experience at high altitudes. It is highly recommended to join an experienced mountaineering team or hire professional guides who are familiar with the mountain and can provide the necessary support and guidance. Here are the general steps involved in climbing Mount Everest. Physical fitness and training. Prepare yourself physically for the extreme demands of climbing at high altitudes. Engage in cardiovascular exercises, strength training, and endurance activities. Consult with a fitness professional or a mountaineering expert to create a tailored training plan. Acclimatization. Acclimatization is crucial for adapting your body to the high altitude and reducing the risk of altitude sickness. Gradually ascend to higher altitudes, spending time at various base camps to allow your body to adjust to the reduced oxygen levels. Research and planning. Gather information about the routes, weather conditions, necessary permits, and logistics involved in climbing Mount Everest. Understand the risks and challenges associated with the mountain, as well as the equipment and supplies required for the expedition. Obtain permits and permissions. Obtain the necessary permits and permissions from the appropriate authorities in Nepal or China. This includes obtaining a climbing permit and being part of an organized expedition. Join a climbing expedition. Join a reputable climbing expedition or hire experienced guides who have a track record of successful ascents and prioritize safety. They will provide essential support, equipment, and guidance throughout the journey. Base camp and acclimatization. Start your climb from the base camp, typically located at an altitude of around 5,300 meters, 17,400 feet. Spend several weeks acclimatizing and climbing up and down various camps at higher altitudes, allowing your body to adjust to the thin air. Climbing route. Choose a climbing route based on your experience, skills, and the conditions on the mountain. The two primary routes are the South Col route from Nepal and the North Ridge route from Tibet. Each route has its own challenges and requires technical skills such as ice climbing and traversing steep slopes. Camps and high-altitude climbing. Ascend through several camps, including Camp 1, around 6,000 meters, Camp 2, 6,400 meters, Camp 3, 7,200 meters, and Camp 4, 8,000 meters. Camp 4, also known as the South Col, is the last camp before the final summit push. Summit push. The summit push is the most challenging and dangerous part of the climb. It usually begins from Camp 4 during a favorable weather window. Climbers start in the early hours of the morning to maximize their chances of reaching the summit and descending before the weather worsens. The final push involves negotiating steep slopes, exposed ridges, and the famous Hillary Step, a vertical rock face just below the summit. Summit and descent. Reaching the summit of Mount Everest is an incredible achievement. Take a moment to enjoy the view and capture the experience. However, it's important to remember that reaching the summit is only halfway. Descending safely is equally critical, as fatigue and changing weather conditions can increase the risks. It's vital to note that climbing Mount Everest is an extremely challenging and dangerous endeavor that should not be taken lightly. The guidance and support of experienced mountaineers and professional guides are crucial for a safe and successful climb. Prioritize safety, listen to your body, and be prepared to make difficult decisions, including turning back if necessary. Mount Everest and its surrounding region boast a rich and diverse natural environment. Here are some notable aspects of nature found in the Mount Everest region. Himalayan peaks and glaciers. Mount Everest is part of the Himalayan mountain range, which is home to numerous other towering peaks. The region is characterized by breathtaking snow-covered mountains, including Lhotse, Makalu, Cho Oyu, and many others. These peaks create a dramatic and awe-inspiring landscape. Glaciers, such as the Khumbu Glacier, are also prevalent in the region, adding to the scenic beauty. Alpine vegetation. As you ascend from the lower valleys to higher altitudes, the vegetation changes significantly. The lower valleys are adorned with lush forests of rhododendron, oak, pine, and juniper trees. However, as you reach higher elevations, the vegetation transitions to alpine meadows and shrubs, characterized by hardy and resilient plants that can withstand the harsh conditions. Wildlife. The Mount Everest region is home to a variety of wildlife species, although they are not as abundant as in lower altitude regions. Common wildlife species include the Himalayan tahr, a wild goat, musk deer, snow leopard, red panda, Himalayan black bear, and various species of birds like the Himalayan monal, snow cock, and golden eagle. The Sagarmatha National Park in Nepal plays a vital role in preserving and protecting these species. Glacial lakes. The region surrounding Mount Everest is adorned with glacial lakes, which are formed by the melting ice and snow from the mountains. These lakes, such as the Gokyo Lakes and Imja Cho, offer stunning reflections of the surrounding peaks and provide critical freshwater sources for the local communities and wildlife. Rivers and waterfalls. The melting glaciers give rise to several rivers and waterfalls in the Mount Everest region. These water bodies, including the Dud Koshi River and the Bot Koshi River, cut through deep gorges and create beautiful cascades and rapids along their paths. The rushing waters add to the enchanting natural beauty of the area. Biodiversity. Despite the harsh conditions at high altitudes, the Mount Everest region supports a surprising amount of biodiversity. The region is home to various plant species, including rare and endemic ones, which have adapted to the extreme cold and limited oxygen levels. The wildlife in the region is also diverse, with unique species that have evolved to thrive in the mountainous environment. Preserving the natural environment in the Mount Everest region is crucial for maintaining its ecological balance and sustaining the delicate ecosystems. Efforts are underway to protect the area through initiatives like the establishment of national parks and conservation programs. Responsible tourism practices and sustainable development are essential to ensure the long-term preservation of the natural beauty and biodiversity of this remarkable region.